We have Todd Gurley and Cooper Kupp on the set with us, Mooch, Kurt, and Reggie as well. But Cooper, what do you feel like is the difference this year compared to even last year when the offense was still rolling? But this is something like we haven't seen.
I think it's just having another year of just trying to master this thing. Comfortability. We only have one guy that came into our system that hasn't been here, wasn't here last year. And just having another year of reps, another year of understanding what Coach McVay wants and just being more efficient with it, I think that's a big part of it.
I tell you what, Todd, so many comparisons to the greatest show on turf, and you looked every bit of it tonight. But one thing I remember about that group was every week it was like somebody else took their turn, and all of our superstars were excited for the other guys. I get the sense that you guys are like that in the locker room as well.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I told Cooks this was going to be his week. He got him a touchdown. I told Kupp don't come back to the locker room unless he have 100 yards, and he did that. So, hey, man, we put the pressure on each other. We know what everybody's capable of, and we got great players on our team. Everybody's going to ball out when they get that chance, and that's what we did tonight.
Cooper Kupp, you've come a long way from Eastern Washington, and 9 catches tonight, 162 yards. That's a career high for you and a couple of touchdowns. I'm watching you guys, and you're lining up all over the place with different personnel. You're even a receiver half the time, and you're outside, and you're inside, you're both sides. You receivers have to learn all the positions, and everything that you do requires some smarts, doesn't it?
It does. I think that's something we pride ourselves on, though. Having all three of us being able to understand every position in our offense, it allows us to move around. For a defense, not being able to game plan, someone being in the same exact spot every single time, I think is a huge advantage for us.
That play that you ran when you came underneath and then you ran the wheel route, you ended up on a linebacker, right?
Yeah.
Describe that play.
So we're just doing a little wide zone action, something we do a lot of with me kind of licking down there on the defensive end, and was able to kind of sneak out the back door there, and we knew based on their coverage principles who would end up matching, and got a great high-low. Todd pulls the guy out underneath, and you get that one-on-one with the backer, and Jared making an incredible throw, allowing me just to keep it in stride, and that's exactly how you picture running that.
All right, that's enough about football, man. I like Coach just said, came a long way. So I got to tell a quick story, man. So about 6 months ago, I'm in a nightclub. Me and my wife, she's right there. She'll attest to this. We in the nightclub, right? Me and my boys, and this guy comes up to me, and he says, "What's up, man?" Oh, no. One of the security guards came in, he said, "Hey, Cooper Kupp wants to say what's up to you." I was like, "Oh, yeah, of course, man. Tell him to come over." He comes over, we're talking. We start talking about Sean McVay. I start asking about the offense. He's giving me detailed information about the offense, right? And so my wife, after he leaves, I give him my phone number. I'm like, "Man, hit me up anytime when you're in L.A." So afterwards, my wife says, "Baby, who was that?" And I was like, "Oh, that was Cooper Kupp. He plays for the Rams. Let me show you a picture." So I showed her a picture of him. She looks at the picture. She looks at the guy. She's like, "That's not Cooper Kupp."
No.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" "Yes, it is. I know he's a little skinny right now. He ain't got to training camp."
Reggie, you got
He's slimming down. So lo and behold, the guy gets kicked out the nightclub, and then find out that it really was not Cooper Kupp.
Way to go,
really wasn't him. Yeah. So
hopefully you
so
guys
you said he came a long
later.
way. Now this dude got people out there faking to be him, bruh. How do you feel about that? You got people out there acting like they you.
Man, I'm sorry you had to go through that in the future.
You made it, bro. You made it.
He had a picture of you on his phone, bro.
He planned the whole thing out. He must have planned the whole thing out.
That's
for
my
him.
fault.
It's an elaborate
That's my
scheme
fault.
going on here in
Maybe
LA.
yeah, you know what? All white people don't look alike. That's my bad, man. I apologize.
Hey, Todd, just talk. Do you guys feel like you can be beat at this point in time with the way your offense is rolling?
Any team can be beat, but nah, we can't be beat right now.
Wow.
No ifs, ands, and buts about
I like it. I like it.
Simple.
This team, it just looks so different right now. Jared Goff is just on another level. Robert Woods is out here giving touchdown balls to YG. I mean, you guys are having fun. But what is it from Jared Goff this year that's so different?
I mean, we're out there making the plays. He's out there making the plays. We're all just working together. We have a great coaching staff and, Coach McVay and all the offensive coaches. And then, at the end of the day, it's every man win their one-on-ones. And you seen it tonight. Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Cooks. Goff just putting on a show out there. So, everybody was just balling.
Todd, we talk a lot about you guys and the greatest show on turf, Act 2 here. But talk about that offensive line. That's a heck of an offensive line, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Thank God for them. I appreciate those guys so much. They take care of me. They take care of Goff. And
who's the toughest guy up there? Is it Whitworth or who is it?
All of them, man. All of them.
They're nuts, aren't they?
Yeah, all of them. Definitely Sully and Roger.
Saffold?
Yeah, Saffold and Whitworth. All of the older guys, man. Those guys, they're very tough for sure.
Did you guys feel the complimentary football that you guys were playing? Because it reminds me a lot of our 09 team when we won the Super Bowl, where you guys have the ability to literally control the tempo. If they want to play coverage, you run the ball. If they want to stack the box and stop you, you throw the football. Did you guys feel that throughout the game?
Yeah, I think that's something we pride ourselves on, is having that balanced attack.
Yeah.
And we've got, the thing that I think is underscored here is our O-line has a lot of very smart guys on it. I mean, you can't run what we're doing without those guys, too, understanding their protections and how they're tagging things. And but being able to be so efficient in the run game is huge for us as receivers. Yes. I mean, it opens up so much for us down the field, and that's a benefit. I mean, that's a credit to these O-line and for Todd.
Yeah. And let's just talk about the other side. And I know a couple guys were down tonight, but the collection of talent that you put together over there. Just tell me about practicing against those guys as a receiver. We talked about how tough Aqib and Marcus can be on the outside. Obviously, the beast that you have to run against every day. Just tell me about practicing against those guys and how that helps you.
Oh man, practicing against those guys. We are always out there competing. We just always trash talking each other, because that's what we do. We out there having a good time, and we know what everybody's capable of. At the end of the day, Sunday or Thursday night, we're going to go out there and try to put on a show. That's what I try to tell the guys every time.
Yeah, I think it's a huge advantage for us as a receivers, being able to go up against the guys that we are, not just from an athletic standpoint and talent, but just from understanding the game, being able to come to the sidelines after a period and be like, what do you see here? How can I do this better? That's just invaluable for us as receivers.
What does it feel like for Gurley? This is for you, Todd. What does it feel like to be a running back in this offense with this much ammo, this much power behind it, where you literally feel like we could do anything, anybody? What does that feel like, man?
It's a lesson. For sure. Just having these guys at receiver. The Arizona game, they was depending on stopping the run. I'm like, okay, it's going to be y'all game. And those guys went out there, tore it up, and like Coach say, we don't feel pressure, we apply it. And that's our motto. We try to go out there and attack, and we got a great offensive line. You might know we're going to run the ball, but at the end of the day, you got to stop it.
Exactly.
And then we're going to air it out to Cooper Kupp, Woods, Higbee.
Man, I'm so happy for my dog Woods, man.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for Woods, because I was with him in Buffalo, and I know the stuff he was going through, not getting used, and he comes in here and it's just like, boom, this is what it's supposed to look like.
He's so getting the love. You guys, what a great win for you tonight. Before you go, 2 questions. Jared Goff, did he work in a YG audible at all? I know that that was sort of
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah, he worked in that.
Okay, great, check. And then also your shoes. I hear they're really awesome. I didn't get
those
to
things
see them
up.
yet.
That's how we doing, baby. Red bottoms. I wear bloody shoes.
Hey, Mooch, we got to get you some of those. Yeah, we got to get Coach Mooch some of those.
What are you
right
wearing?
there.
You show him what you're wearing. Look at
I
this.
just got some Buscemi's on, you know what I mean?
A lot of drip,
Get
man.
that
A lot of
non-drip
drip.
bottom out of
A lot of
here.
drip.
You know what, man? There's a lot of drip up there. They ain't not as flashy as
Oh
those.
my gosh, you guys, awesome stuff today. Congratulations. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes, sir.